Thank you for logging on to the Voice Sports Network for this broadcast of high school sports. We encourage you to go to the games and support your area teams. We know you have a choice, and thank you for choosing us. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without the support of the sponsors you hear throughout the game. We encourage you to visit their businesses and use their service as often as possible. Be sure to tell them thanks for their support. Now, sit back and enjoy the game, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Norwell Lady Night Basketball on WellsCountyVoice.com. This is Greg Van Meter along with Derek Decker here at the Castle this evening. Back-to-back nights at home, Derek. Kind of nice.
Yeah, it sure is. Yeah, real nice. After a really brutal road stretch for us, traveling with the guys and girls, I believe 6 out of the first 9 were on the road, and they were all covering pretty significant distances.
They sure were, but we're back at home tonight with we'll say a small crowd.
That's generous.
At Norwell tonight. In fact, the crowd is small enough that it's actually cold sitting up here.
Yeah.
There's no warmth created by a good crowd, but those that are here should see a good one. The Wabash team that made about the hour-long drive from Wabash comes in with, what are they, 5-2? Is that right?
4-4 record on the season.
So the Knights now are at, what are the Knights? There we go. Thank you. 4-2. It'd be nice to have those up before you start talking about them, wouldn't it?
That would.
The Knights are favored tonight by 18. And it's kind of hard to tell this early in the season just how accurate those Herald predictions are.
Well, unless Norwell goes on a big run and Wabash plays pretty poorly, Norwell's not going to win this game by 18 points. I would certainly label them as a favorite in the game, but Wabash played Norwell very tough. Talking to Coach Thornton about this game, Wabash is a program that's used to winning. They've gotten to the semi-state. They've won a lot of sectionals in their history. Don't play a tremendously tough schedule, but they do schedule some teams outside of the area there, and they're kind of in a dead spot, so they got to travel a little bit to play some good teams. But they're coming off an overtime loss to an 8-1 Tippy Valley team that's always competitive in the regional for Norwell. So that, in my mind, that's a pretty good loss. They've got a couple of good wins to their credit as well. So the Apaches are definitely going to put up a fight. Last year when Norwell made the trip to Wabash, it was a 58-52 win for the Lady Knights, but that game was very close the entire way. Wabash, in fact, led most of the first half before Kaylee Roller turned it on. And as I recall, Logan Rouse might have been close to 30 points in that contest.
Yeah, and the Lady Knights coming off a really, really good win down at the Hoosier Gym to kick off their conference season against Huntington North on Friday night. And, Derek, I thought overall that was the best game the Lady Knights have played so far this year.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And more striking to me is the fact how they played in the second half. Yeah, really good.
And especially in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, down the stretch, they had no problem getting to the rim. They got fouled. They made a good majority of their free throws in the game. Shot at a pretty good percentage considering the team is shooting under 50% on the season, somewhere in the 60% realm, I believe, or even better than that. I'm not sure where they finished on the game, but the reality is in a 15-point victory over a conference opponent that you've had tons of trouble with in the last several years, it's a really good win and a good start for the Lady Knights in the Northeast State Conference, which still in my mind has to be the Knights to lose.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And, that game really stood out to me, and you touched on it from the fact that the Lady Knights played well in the second half, but particularly in the fourth quarter. They had trailed at halftime 24-22
right,
and outscored Huntington in that fourth quarter 21-7.
Yeah.
And it was really good to see because that fourth quarter had cost Lady Knights a couple of losses. The Concordia game.
Yeah.
So I think that that should give them some confidence. We still would like to see them get a little bit more confident at the free throw line, but, not a bad showing on Friday night, 15-23. They've been parked around that 50% range going into that game. So to see them get up there in that and only miss 8 out of 23 instead of making 8 out of 23, big swing.
Yeah, and a lot of those misses came early in the game. They made a lot down the stretch and really put the game away from the free throw line. Didn't have any trouble closing that one out. It's about as smooth as a finish as you're going to see in what was a tight ball game for most of the contest. The other thing, I thought they did a great job on defense. It really clamped up on Huntington in that second half. Now, granted, Robrock was completely negated from that game. She picked up 2 early fouls, didn't play nearly any of the first half. And then in the second half, when she was in there, Norwell did a great job denying the post, fronting her, doing everything right, and it resulted in a Norwell victory.
Yeah. Well, we do not have the pep band here tonight, so we will definitely be taking a break at that time. So we'll probably go ahead and finish through this Billy Ann Supper Pub pregame show that we're bringing to you here from the Castle tonight. One of the sponsors we do want to mention is Peyton Northern. They are looking for some new employees. They're hiring right now. If you're 18, able to work 10-hour days, and can pass pre-employment and background screenings, please apply online at jobs.kroger.com. You then click on logistics and distribution. Search for Bluffton, and that's at jobs.kroger.com. So if you looking for something to do or know of somebody who is, please send them to jobs.kroger.com.
Yeah, I'm talking about this Wabash team. They've got a couple of kids that can really score it. A couple of guards. Carmen Higdon, who is listed as a forward on the roster but plays like a guard, averages 17 points a game. And then Bailey Yoakum, the 5'5 senior guard, averages 13 of her own. So this team can score it a little bit. They, outside of those two players, though, they don't average a good number on offense, averaging right under 50 points a game. Norwell's offense has been pretty good, with the exception of the second half at Concordia, where they only put up 9 points. Norwell is averaging right around the 54-point mark on the season, but their defensive average has been as good as it has been in several years here, really close to 40 points a game.
Yeah, right at 40, just a click over 40 points a game, and that's against some, as you would expect from an Eric Thornton coach team, very good competition.
Yeah,
including now Canterbury's down a little bit right now, but they have a very good program, and the Knights held that team to just 36 points.
Yeah.
And that was at Canterbury earlier on this year. In fact, it was just the third game of the season. But, you know, the Knights with a 4-2 record coming into this one, it's not going to get easier from here, as Columbia City, maybe not as tough as they normally are, but following Columbia City on December 13th and 16th, Homestead invades the Castle, and then the Knights have to go to DeKalb, and DeKalb is very good this year.
Yeah, DeKalb, the issue with them right now is not having Leah Brown in the lineup. They haven't gotten to 20 points in their last 3 contests. Only put up 10 against Belmont, 11 points, and 16. Leah Brown not able to play right now with an injury.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So it really changes the complexion of that
absolutely.
game, because now, even last year, Norwell came in, DeKalb came down here to the Castle. Norwell beat them 70-53, but Leah Brown put up 35 on her own. Right. So, she's a great scorer, great shooter going to Nebraska next year, and definitely got to hope that she gets better, because she is almost all of that team's offense.
Well, we're just about set for the national anthem here, so we will take a break, hear from a couple of sponsors, and be back with the starting lineups after these words.
A new adventure awaits. Above the clouds, beneath the waves, among the rocks, powered by the light around us, each moment of time is precious. Go higher, deeper, further. Pursue your dreams. Powered by light, any light never needs a battery. Citizen ProMaster. Go beyond.
Daniel's Jewelers, North Main Street, Bluffton, where personal attention and trust become part of a memory. Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice in Northern Indiana. Just like filling a medication prescription from your doctors, you have the right to choose who provides your physical therapy, and IPT accepts all insurance coverage. With extended hours, we are open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and offer same-day appointments. We have 17 conveniently located clinics with 7 in Fort Wayne and 1 each in Angola, Auburn, Bluffton, Columbia City, Goshen, Huntington, Kendallville, New Haven, and Warsaw. Contact Indiana Physical Therapy to start your therapy today. We will get you back to work, play, and life. Celebrating 29 years in business, Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice for physical therapy. Call 260-209-2464 or visit indianapt.com.
Welcome back to the Castle. We're just about set to hear the starting lineups from PA announcer Jamie Feldheiser.
First, visiting Wabash Lady Apaches. Starting at guard, 5'6" sophomore, number 4, Carmen Hinton. Starting at the guard, 5'8" junior, number 12, Hope Under. Starting at the other guard, 5'5" senior, number 21, Bailey Yogo. Starting at the forward, 5'7" junior, number 23, Abby Benneball. And starting at the other forward, 6'1" junior, number 35, Caliber Wagner. The head coach of the Apaches in his fourth season of the program is Mr. Matt Stone. And now, Norwell fans, here's the starting lineup for your Norwell Lady Knights. Starting in guard, a 5'6" senior, number 10, Brielle Wilson. Starting in the other guard, a 5'5" freshman, number 24, Bailey Willing. Starting at forward, a 5'8" junior, number 12, Aubrey Dunnick. Starting at the other forward, a 5'11" sophomore, number 32, Brian Barker. And starting at the other forward, a 5'8" senior, number 44, Logan Cloud.
Those starters once again for the visiting Wabash Lady Apaches. It's Higdon, Unger, Yoakum, Vinnipal, and Wagner for head coach Matt Stone. For your Lady Knights, it's Brielle Wilson, Aubrey Dunnick, Kaylee Felling, Brianne Barger, and Logan Rouse. Looking for Brianne Barger to have a couple of back-to-back nights, Derek, as she was very good against Huntington on Friday evening.
Oh, nobody could stop her spin move, and a couple different players had some great moves in that game that you just don't see girls make all that often. Her and Dunnick will go up for the jump ball as we start this one from the Castle.
Goes up against the 6'1" Tabitha Wagner and wins the tip. It just tells you how well she can get off her feet.
Yeah, won it pretty easily, too.
Good timing as well. Felling gets it to Rouse way out top. Logan starting the offense beyond the three-point line. Barger for three, no good. However, Felling there for the rebound, gets it to go.
Well, I like the look from Barger from the top of the key anyway, and a nice board by the guard Felling to give the Knights the lead.
Nice touch on that little 4-foot jumper there. She couldn't use the backboard and bounced it on these stiff rims a couple of times. Bailey Yoakum looks like the primary ball handler for Wabash, as trying to drive was Higdon. She was blocked, and Barger came up with it. Now Barger blocked on the other end, but able to get her own rebound. So the Knights will reset, and it's stolen away from Felling, the first turnover of the ball game. There's another nice move, this time by Higdon, and she'll go to the line.
I think they're going to get the foul on Barger as she was on the ground.
It is her first, team's first, game's first. And Carmen Higdon will go to the line. Higdon, just a sophomore, hits her first free throw.
Doesn't shoot it well, particularly from the line, right around 60% on the season. But she hits both pretty easily.
She did. She looked good on those two free throws. As we get the score up. 2-2 early on in this one, just under 7 minutes left in this first quarter. Wilson, that motion offense for the Knights. So they swing it around. Felling now up top. Oh, that's a good kick out to Wilson from Rowles. No good. Rebound controlled by Dunnick. Dunnick can't get it to go. Gets her own rebound.
Norwell's rebounding really well here early on.
Yeah, they are, as they've already got 4 offensive rebounds.
That's something else they did really well at the Hoosier Gym on Friday.
Felling with a little jumper and gets it to go. I thought that ball might come out for a minute there, Derek.
Yeah, it rolled around several times before dropping in.
Again, good touch by the freshman. She's got all 4 of Norwell's points. On the drive is Yoakum in the corner, and that for 3 was number 12, Hope Unger, and that gives Wabash an early lead. Boy, good-looking shot from Unger. You talked about their guards, Derek, that they provide most of their scoring as Rouse gets to the rim. Now she'll go to the line.
2 shots coming for Logan. Logan, a really good free throw shooter a year ago. Has struggled a little bit here, but is starting to find her footing from the stripe.
Yeah, she started out the year, I think, hit her first 10.
Yeah.
Something like that. And that one looked good to tie the game. 5:50 left here in the first quarter at the Castle. As we mentioned, boy, it's a small crowd tonight, as small as I've seen it this year.
Pretty quiet.
The athletic director for the Knights asked if we could pipe in some crowd noise tonight. If we had some, we would. But we don't. So the Knights playing their man-to-man defense. On the drive, Higdon finds a lane, gets it up and in. A foul's called. Not a ton of contact on that play, but Higdon will go to the line for the attempted three-point play.
Pretty acrobatic shot. Just kind of flipped it up there and was able to get it to go, and Wabash has the lead again.
Aubrey Dunnick picks up her first foul, second on the Lady Knights.
Both teams pretty efficient here in their first couple of possessions.
Very efficient, as Wabash with an 8-6 lead. They are 2 of 3 from the field and 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Barger finds Felling. That's Dunnick. Now, she's not much of a threat from beyond the arc. There's the backdoor pass, though, to Dunnick, and she lost the basketball. That'll be the Knights' second turnover.
That was pretty well defended, though, too, by Wabash. Probably saw that one coming off the film.
Now, Derek, I don't know if you can see who's got the team foul for Wabash, but I don't have anybody with a foul for Wabash.
Number 23.
That'd be Vinipal. In the corner, that is the aforementioned Vinipal. She gives it up. Relatively young Wabash team. They've only got 3 seniors on this squad. Oh, nice elbow there from Unger, and she throws it away. That'll be the Apache's first turnover. That was right in front of the official, too. Brielle Wilson wide open for 3. Good. Logan Rouse with the assist. And good to see Brielle get off to a good start. That gives the Knights the lead back. And it'll remain Wabash basketball. A couple of subs here for the Lady Knights. Maya Shelton and Lauren Bales will check in.
Indianapolis area crew.
Didn't recognize any of them.
Yep. See that a lot on the girls' side. Coach Thornton, of course, Norwell doesn't use an assigner, so you can get pretty much whatever officials they want.
Yeah. Higdon didn't get the ball put on the floor before she moved both feet, so that'll be the Apache's second turnover. Both teams now with 2. Rouse way up top. That's Bales, and Bales shot the ball well Friday night as well. Hit a couple of 3s.
Yeah, Bales is probably the biggest outside threat on this team. Her and Wilson combined to be pretty deadly from outside.
Shelton feeds the inside post. Nice high-low pass to Dunnick. Couldn't get it to go, but Rouse there to clean it up. Another offensive rebound for the Lady Knights, and they've now got a 3-point lead with 3:40 to go in the quarter. Boy, that's 5 offensive rebounds already for the Lady Knights. Nice cut there from Higdon. No foul called, and Rouse pulls down the miss.
Well, Dunnick tried to sell it pretty good.
She did. I heard her.
Yep.
As she went down. But no foul called. And you're not going to see the Indianapolis refs call that much. You'll see a little bit more physical style of play. Boy, great ball movement. And Wilson buries another 3 on another assist from Logan Rouse. Tremendous ball movement there from the Lady Knights. And they've got a 6-point lead.
Hot shooting for both teams to start.
You like to see the Lady Knights hitting from outside early. That's Higdon in the corner being guarded by the freshman Bales, almost thrown away. Up top is Yoakum. And Wabash having a hard time penetrating. Yoakum loses the handle. That's going to be an offensive foul call.
I was kind of surprised there was anything called there, really.
Yeah, I was too, actually. It'll go on Yoakum. She had lost the ball before she made contact. Checking into the Norwell lineup is Kylie Top. And a couple of subs for Wabash. Looks like 44, Olivia Short is in. And on this side, number 5, Kylie Stone. Oh,
nice
great
drive
move by Dunnick. That one bounce, strong move from Aubrey Dunnick. Very effective. The Knights have now doubled up the visiting Lady Apaches with 2:15 left. Pass inside, broken up by Dunnick, but Higdon was able to get it back. She loses the basketball, but it'll remain Wabash possession on this end. Brianne Barger will check in. Back into the game as Aubrey Dunnick takes a seat. As usual, a lot of substitution from Coach Thornton. Oh, that's going to be Norwell basketball, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure why she tried to grab that. She was standing out of bounds.
Yep, just a reaction play, I think, after Kylie Top did a good job getting her hand on it. Now Bales lost the handle. She needs help and finds Wilson cross court. And a traveling call is going to go against Kylie Top. That'll be the Lady Knights' third turnover. Minute 52 left here in this opening stanza. Norwell has been in a man-to-man from the get-go. And now Maya Shelton's going to come out and put a little pressure on. And a good defensive play there by the Lady Knights. They get the turnover and give it right back. All the way to the rack on the other end. That was Yoakum who missed the shot. I believe that should be Norwell basketball. Nope. It will remain Wabash ball as Felling checks in and Wilson sets down. Boy, that was a golden opportunity for Brittany Yoakum there. Or Bailey Yoakum, excuse me. The inbounds play is tied up, and now it'll be Norwell's basketball. The 6th turnover on the Lady Apaches already.
Yeah, Norwell's defense just a little bit more active than Wabash at this point.
They seem to be a step faster, Derek.
Yep. And again, that kind of goes, a lot of that goes back to the difference of the style of play you're used to, how much pressure you're used to facing on a nightly basis, and it's just different for the Lady Knights.
Shelton with a kick to Bales. And Lauren Bales starts where she left off on Friday night. It's now an 11-point Norwell lead. Quickly the other way, out of bounds. It'll be Norwell's basketball. That looked to be a shot attempt by Bailey Yoakum, so we'll give her credit for it. Checking back into the Wabash lineup is Vinipal and Unger. Felling bringing it up the floor. Almost shuffled her feet there. Barger on the move, drops it, and gets fouled. That's the move we were talking about, Derek. So effective on Friday night.
Yeah, no team has been able to stop her yet this year, so it'll be interesting as we go deeper into the season whether anybody will be able to figure that out on film and in scouting situations if they can stop Barger on the drop.
The foul was called on Olivia Short. She also pulled down the rebound of the miss. And on the other end, it's Bailey Yoakum with a little floater.
That's a difficult shot.
Yeah, it is. First score in quite a while for Wabash. 34 seconds left. They trail by 11. Norwell with the basketball. And Wabash in a 2-3 zone. The kick will keep it in Norwell's possession. I've only got Wabash with one rebound, Derek.
Yeah, Norwell's just dominating on the boards right now. And doesn't have a tremendous amount more of size.
No, they really don't. But much more active, really going after the 50-50 balls. There's the backdoor play, and Shelton is going to get fouled. Good pass from Kaylee Felling.
That was a great pass, and if it doesn't go in, you're probably going to get fouled. So that play works a lot of the time. Didn't work the first time when they tried it with Dunnick, but Shelton gets herself to the line here.
Vinipal picks up her second foul as Shelton's first attempt off the rim to the left. 16.9 left on the clock. Shelton has not had many opportunities from the line this year, but she gets 1 of 2. And it's a 12-point lead for the Lady Knights. Wabash bringing it into the front court. That's Vinipal into the post, and that very easily could have been a traveling call. The Knights get it on the turnover anyway, and Felling the other way, rims out. Barger there for the offensive rebound. That shot was too late. That will end the first quarter. The Lady Knights in control after the opening stand at 22-10. We'll be back after these words from our sponsors.
A new adventure awaits. Above the clouds, beneath the waves, among the rocks, powered by the light around us. Each moment of time is precious. Go higher, deeper, further. Pursue your dreams. Powered by light. Any light never needs a battery. Citizen ProMaster. Go beyond.
Daniel's Jewelers, North Main Street, Bluffton, where personal attention and trust become part of the memory.
Welcome back to the Castle. Norwell leading 22-10 through 8 minutes of play, and the Lady Knights will start on defense as the Apaches will have the basketball coming out of the quarter break.
Well, the Knights really shot it well in the first quarter, Derek. 8 of 14 from the field and 3 of 5 from beyond the arc.
Well, and the shots they missed, they got a rebound on. So it was a really good quarter offensively for Norwell, but defensively as well, forcing a lot of turnovers from the Apaches.
There's a little floater from Yoakum that was off as I believe Maya Shelton pulled down that rebound. The Lady Knights very effective on the board, out-rebounding Wabash in that first quarter 7-1. The kick out to Wilson, who's back in there, and Brielle Wilson hits her third three. She is now 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. Aubrey Dunnick with the assist.
Well, the Lady Knights just can't miss from outside right now.
Yeah, they are hot. That's 4 of 6 now for the Lady Knights.
Well, but all of them have been created by good ball movement, and it has resulted in wide open shots, and Wabash has had a tough time recovering on defense.
Another turnover for Wabash, and re-entering is Tabitha Wagner. She replaces Olivia Short in the Apache lineup. Wilson beyond the arc. Done a great pass inside to Rouse. Can't get it to go, but Maya Shelton comes out of there with it. They'll reset. Wilson inside. She can't get it to go, but Rouse pulls down another rebound.
Knights got to get their fourth look on the possession, on the trip down the floor.
Oh, Shelton tried to hit a cutting Logan Rouse and was just a little bit off for the pass. Good idea. Just didn't work out. First turnover for the Knights here in the quarter. That's a tough shot by Yoakum. Higdon there with the rebound. She can't get it to go and pulls it out, and she'll reset. There's another turnover for Wabash as Wilson gets the steal. Is that a block?
It was.
Okay, I missed that shot. Oh, that would have been Higdon. Maya Shelton gets it in the corner to Felling. Two of the 3 freshmen on the floor right now. Wabash staying in that 2-3 zone. I'm a little surprised considering the way the Knights are shooting it as Brielle Wilson hits her 4th 3. It's now an 18-point Norwell lead. Wow. Well, this is as good a shooting performance as we've seen. Boy, great move there by Bailey Yoakum. And Coach Eric Thornton wants a 30-second timeout, leading by 16 with 5:45 left here in the half.
That's right, and Norwell has just shot it really well from the field. They're probably not going to shoot it better than this the rest of the year, and they're looking at 30 points with still 5.5 left in the first half, so that's just a ton of offensive output. But again, those shots have been pretty easy and not real well contested by the Apaches.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised they're staying in that 2-3 zone.
Yep.
I mean, Norwell has proven they can shoot the basketball, at least tonight. 5 of 7 from beyond the arc. 10 of 15 overall. Norwell with the basketball. And Wabash is going to bring a little pressure here. 1-2-2. Knights break it pretty easily. That's Dunnick. Finds Shelton for 3. In and out, no good.
Look at the board.
Look at the rebound by Aubrey Dunnick. Wow. The Knights just continue to dominate the offensive boards. Dunnick will go to the line. The foul called on Tabitha Wagner. That's her first. Team's 5th. Norwell's got 3 team fouls, but I missed one of them. Dunnick's first free throw rattles home. Aubrey's been pretty effective from the line so far this year.
Yeah, she's done a better job. Struggled last year, but has really worked on it. And that one spins home.
Yeah, good touch by Dunnick. Extends Norwell's lead out to 18 again, and Brielle Wilson just stole that inbounds pass. Logan Rowles,
Yeah, Matt Stone wants an offensive foul, but there was not a lot of contact there, and you're never going to get that from Indianapolis area officials. We've already talked about it once.
Higdon is going to get the foul call, and about the only time you'll see a foul called is on a play like that, where it's a shooting foul. Dunnick picks up her second.
And I'm absolutely fine with the game being called that way.
Oh, absolutely. Makes it a lot more fun to watch.
No doubt.
As Higdon remains perfect from the free throw line. She's now 4 of 4. Haley Hinchin checks in for the Knights, as she is a JV stalwart. In fact, they did lose tonight, 38-33, and it's a first miss for Higdon from the free throw line. Logan Rouse pulled that miss down.
Kylie Crow leading the Lady Knights in the JV game with 15 points.
That pass thrown away, the 6th turnover of the game for the Lady Knights. In the corner, that's Higdon, and buries the 3. So Carmen Higdon pulls Wabash to within 15, and Coach Thornton is going to use a full timeout here. We will take a break and be right back after these words from Peyton's.
Peyton's Northern, a Kroger company, is now hiring. At Peyton's, you'll get a job with career advancement opportunities, employee discounts, and educational assistance. A successful applicant will need to be 18 years of age, have the ability to work weekends, holidays, and overtime, can operate motorized equipment, complete strength and endurance testing, pass a pre-employment and background screens, work 10-hour shifts, and lift 55 pounds. At Peyton's, we offer matching 401k retirement savings, paid incentive days, personal and vacation days. To apply for this opportunity online at jobs.kroger.com. Click on Logistics and Distribution Jobs and search for Bluffton. For questions, call Peyton Staffing Center at 260-827-2108 or 2109. That's jobs.kroger.com.
Norwell with the basketball, 4:38 left here in this first half. Carmen Higdon on a personal 4-point run. Maya Shelton had the 3 and didn't take it, and that's going to be a foul. I believe that's going to be on Higdon. So it'll be her first, I believe. Yep, 16 fouls on Wabash. Oh, nice inbound pass to Hinchin. Hinchin immediately tried to give it up. And
I think it's on Wilson.
Yeah, Brielle Wilson's going to pick up her first. That pass just didn't have enough steam on it.
You know, Greg, I don't recall Hinchin getting into a game so far this year.
She did get into one earlier, a big win. I believe it was the second game of the season.
Would have been South Adams.
Yep. Good play by Lauren Bales.
That's a turnover.
Tie up Higdon. It'll be Norwell basketball.
Yeah, and talking about Henson a little bit, it really is a good player at the JV level.
She has really improved.
Yeah, she sure has. Norwell did not. Norwell actually had a really nice chance to win that game tonight, and just 6 of 12 from the free throw line. A lot of those shots in the fourth quarter, and they just couldn't make it from the line and came away with a loss.
A couple of big turnovers late as well, as Yoakum pulls down the Rouse miss. She goes coast to coast and misses, and Shelton pulls down the rebound. Bales, dangerous pass. Rounded up by Rouse, and she's fouled on an inadvertent trip there.
This will put Norwell in the one bonus.
I think it's going to go on Bailey Yoakum. Yeah, that's her second foul, and Rouse will go to the line to shoot one and the bonus opportunity, and is going to get that chance as Logan pours in her 9th point, 7th point. Make it 8. Split the difference. Kylie Top checks in for Norwell as Dunnick takes a seat. Oh, nice pass underneath. And that's the first points for Olivia Short. Norwell's lead remains at 16. Yoakum with the assist on that play. And they're going to call, what do they call there?
It's called a jump ball, so it'll be another Norwell turnover.
That's Norwell's 7th.
That's a lot. That's probably the main concern so far.
Yep. Kaylee Felling getting set to check back in. It's Yoakum on the wing. She'll launch a 3. No good. The rebound hauled down by Hope Unger, but she was tied up by Maya Shelton. Boy, Bailey Yoakum launching a lot of shots here in this one. She's just 2 of 8 from the field. Bales needed to take one more dribble there. That's a freshman mistake. Kaylee Felling to the lane, got free, couldn't get the shot to go, and Yoakum pulls down the rebound.
It's tied up again.
That'll be Wabash basketball. Boy, there's been a lot of tie-ups so far in this one. 2:55 left in this second quarter. The Knights, after a hot start to the quarter, have cooled off considerably, mostly because of turnovers. They have scored a dozen, as Yoakum pulling the ball way out. Knights staying in their man-to-man. Yoakum loops it down in the corner to Wagner. Wagner finds a cutting Hope Unger, and a foul's going to be called on the shot. Unger will go to the line to the first time, as Kylie Top picks up her first. And good on the first one. Boy, this Wabash crew has shot well so far from the free throw line.
Yeah, and they only shoot at 62% as a team on the season, so way above average here tonight at the Castle.
Kylie Stone checks back in for Wabash. And good on both free throws is Hope Unger.
Everybody that's taken a free throw has looked pretty good and calm from the stripe.
Vinnipal back in for Wabash. Also Logan Rouse back in. I'll tell you who hasn't been out there much in this quarter, Brianne Barger. She may have 2 fouls, and I missed it on her. The turnaround no good by Yoakum. Yoakum gets her own rebound and scores.
Knights have got to figure out a way to stop turning the ball over. It's killed them here in the second quarter.
Yeah, that's they're up to 8 turnovers now. On the other end, Logan Rouse takes it right to the rack. Norwell's lead back to 14. Oh, wide open. Don't think Coach wanted to see that, as Kylie Stone missed the shot. Pulling down the rebound was Tabitha Wagner. And Haley Hinchin picks up her first foul on the play. Tabitha Wagner had not taken a shot prior to that attempt, but she's good on this free throw.
Now the offense has really been aided at the line for Wabash so far.
That's been the bulk of their offense, especially here in the second quarter. And another good free throw from Wagner. Norwell's lead down to 12 with 1:51 left. And Lauren Bales, no. Coach Thornton's going to use his third timeout of the quarter. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. Be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement, Bluffton Roofing owner James Worth will suggest the proper course of action that is best for your home. Bluffton Roofing, quality first, home improvement. You can reach James at 260-307-6313. Also, when you join the Y, you're not just a member of a facility, you're a part of something greater. Take the first step towards a healthier you. Join the Y. The Kaler Nickel Foundation YMCA is located at 550 West Dustman in Bluffton. Norwell with the basketball, and Coach Thornton's already burned 3 of his 5 timeouts.
Well, hopefully this game doesn't get close at the end and he needs them.
Wabash staying in that 2-3. Norwell has been successful against it so far. There's Felling for 3, buries it. Logan Rouse with another assist. Logan is piling up the assists. I've got her for 3 already.
Logan's played a big part. That's going to be a travel. Oh, no, he's going to call an offensive foul.
No, he just called
out of bounds?
Line or
All
out
right.
of bounds.
I think the outside official was going to call travel, so either way it results in a Wabash turnover.
Hope Unger checks back in for Wabash. Wabash in that 1-2-2 trap. Logan Rouse has got a 3-on-2 opportunity, misses the shot, and pulling down the rebound was Hope Unger.
Well, even though Logan missed the shot, something was said in the timeout for Norwell because they've looked much better trying to break that zone press.
Rouse trying to take it coast to coast, and she does. Logan with the steal on the south end, takes it to the house on the north end, and the Knights now up by 17 again.
I can't recall Norwell putting up 41 points in the first half of any game in quite some time.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. We'll see how it turns out with 46 seconds left, but they scored 21 in the fourth quarter on Friday night, 22 in the second quarter here. Another turnover on Wabash, and Brielle Wilson puts it in on the other end. Brielle having a great first half. I've got her for 14. And the Knights have gone over 20 again in this quarter, Derek.
That just does not happen very often.
No, it does not. Vinipal out to Higdon for 3. Good.
You got to remember, too, for Norwell, they went through a pretty long drought in the middle of the quarter with a lot of turnovers, so they've recovered really well.
Yes, they have. They had a lot of wasted possessions there in the middle of the quarter. Brielle Wilson buries another 3. Brielle Wilson on fire this evening, now with 5 threes in this basketball game, and that's how the first half will end. Norwell really shooting it tonight. They lead Wabash here at the Castle 46-27. We will take a break and be back with your halftime show after these words from our sponsors.
Welcome to the new Heidi Automotive Group. We have a brand new state-of-the-art facility. Now you can shop for a new Chevrolet, Buick, Dodge, Ram, Jeep, or Chrysler at the same location right here in Bluffton, Indiana. We have a huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, vans, and crossovers. We focus on quality, and that is why we certify our pre-owned inventory so you get more warranty, free maintenance, and peace of mind. Don't worry about your credit. We have financing options for everyone. Heidi Automotive Group, a new look but old-fashioned integrity.
Hey, honey, is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World history, I love world history. Baseball? Wait, baseball? Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in a classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. I was just testing you.
What can teenagers here in Indiana learn from participating in high school sports? Plenty, as it turns out. That's why they're called education-based athletics.
High school sports. There's so much more than just a game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
At Pizza Hut, our original pan dough rises fresh every day, making it crispy on the outside, soft and chewy on the inside. And now you can get our original pan as part of the $6.99 any deal. That's 2 medium pizzas with any toppings, any crust, any specialty for just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
Get the $6.99 any deal at your local Pizza Hut on North Main Street in Bluffton.
Are you looking for a job or know of someone who is? Peyton's Northern, a Kroger company, is now hiring. At Peyton's, you'll get a job with career advancement opportunities, employee discounts, tuition reimbursement, and educational assistance. A successful applicant will need to be 18 years of age, have the ability to work weekends, holidays, and overtime, can operate motorized equipment, complete strength and endurance testing, pass a pre-employment and background screens, work 10-hour shifts, and lift 55 pounds. At Peyton's, we offer matching 401k retirement savings, paid incentive days, personal and vacation days, and you'll receive Kroger benefits after 60 days. All qualified applicants are encouraged to apply for this opportunity online at jobs.kroger.com. Click on Logistics and Distribution Jobs and search for Bluffton. For questions, call Peyton Staffing Center at 260-827-2108 or 2109. That's jobs.kroger.com. 260-827-2108. Peyton's Northern, now hiring.
And welcome back to the Castle. We are at halftime. Norwell on fire from the field in the first half, despite a pretty big lull in the second quarter. Norwell leading by 19, 46-27 here at the break, and their defense has been active as well. And it results in a big-time lead for the Knights as they welcome in the Apaches from Wabash.
Well, this is by far the best the Lady Knights have shot on the year. The Lady Apaches not shooting poorly, but the Knights on fire, especially from beyond the arc, 7-10.
Wow.
The Lady Knights are so far. Most of that damage from Brielle Wilson. She's hit 5 of them, 5 of 6 from beyond the arc. That can be a huge confidence booster for this squad, as we haven't seen them shoot like this several years, Derek.
Yeah, that's right. I can't recall.
I think the last team that had a game like this shooting was the team that went to semi-state.
Yeah, you're probably right.
The older beer girl and a couple other players on that team could really shoot it. And when they got hot, look out. And they did it on several occasions in that particular year.
Oh, yeah, and that team was so fun to watch. It was just really a treat, and definitely deserved the most of going to semi-state that year.
Well, statistically, let's run through some of those. For Wabash, they were 8 of 20 overall from the field. That's 40%. 3 of 4 from beyond the arc, 75%. And 8 of 9 from the free throw line, 89%. However, what really cost the Wabash Apaches in the first half was turnovers. They turned it over 15 times and only had 6 rebounds as a team. Individually, Carmen Higdon led the way with 12. She was the only Wabash player in double figures. Bailey Yoakum had 6. Hope Unger with 5, and then Tabitha Wagner and Olivia Short with a pair apiece. For the Lady Knights, as we mentioned, on fire from the field, 16 of 28, 57% overall, and 46 points in that first half. They've now scored 21, 22, and 24 points in their last 3 quarters. That is a lot for a girls' basketball team. On pace, that's an 80-plus point game if they can stay on that pace. Of course, right now on pace for 92 in this one. The Lady Knights 7 of 10 from beyond the arc and 7 of 9 from the free throw line. The last couple of games they've been pretty effective from the free throw line, so we hope maybe they found something there. And it's not hard to find. It's confidence. It's just seeing the ball go through the hoop. The Knights had 13 rebounds to Wabash's 6 in the first half, and 8 turnovers as well. Individually, Brielle Wilson with 17. Now, I'm not sure what her career high is, but that's got to be in the neighborhood. Also in double figures in the first half was Logan Rowell. She had 12 for the Lady Knights. Kaylee Felling with 7. Aubrey Dunnick had 4. Then Lauren Bales hit a 3. And Brianne Barger with just 2 points in that first half, and still the Lady Knights with 46 and a 16-point lead.
Well, when you go 5 for 6 from the three-point line, talking about Brielle Wilson, you're going to have a good half.
Yep.
It was just terrific, and she just kind of spotted up, and you got to kind of keep going back to this, really not to take anything away from the Lady Knights because they've stroked it well, but Wabash is not recovering at all on defense. Their defense has looked out of sorts all night. They've let Norwell push the pace, which is what they want to do. Norwell's a very good team in transition, and it's cost the Apaches in the first half.
Getting some text messages from Wabash fans, actually, at the moment, which is kind of interesting. Chris, we appreciate you paying attention to the broadcast this evening. It'll be interesting to see, Derek, if the Lady Knights can continue that torrid shooting pace in the second half.
Yeah, and if they are able to do so, Wabash is going to really struggle to keep pace with the Lady Knights because it's become pretty clear that not only on offense but on defense as well, and you touched on it early in that first quarter, Norwell seems to be a step faster, and again, that kind of goes back to the level of competition that you play. If you're going to play teams that are fast all the time, you're forced to kind of to push it a little bit.
As we talked a lot in the first half about the Lady Apaches staying in that 2-3 zone with the way the Knights are shooting it. Don't you think they're about going to have to come out of that in the second half?
Well, if you don't, you're leaving a team that shot 70% from the three-point line wide open again, and they didn't come out of it at all, and it's really killing them. Usually with a 2-3, you're trying to force a team to shoot it from the outside. Norwell only shoots at 34% on the season from the outside, but tonight they've been much, much better, and I think that's probably, it wasn't necessarily a bad game plan coming in for the Apaches, but it's just kind of cost them because the Knights have shown that they can do it on this night.
Yep. And that was where the Lady Knights really struggled the first few games of the season. I'll tell you what, if they can, now you don't expect them to shoot 70% from beyond the arc every night, but if they can consistently hit shots from out there, they're going to make some noise in Northeast Indiana basketball.
That's right, and the big part of it is how many of the open shots can you make, because you're still going to see contested threes, but if you can knock down the open shots consistently, you're going to stay in a game with just about anybody, because Norwell is able to play at a pace that is effective against teams that want to push a little bit, which isn't a lot of girls teams in the northeast part of the state. A lot of teams try to slow you down a little bit, but Norwell has controlled the pace. A lot of that also coming off the defensive end, forcing a lot of live ball turnovers from the Apaches.
Well, it'll be the original starters out there for the Lady Knights to start the second half. Wilson, Dunnick, Felling, Barger, and Rowles. And Norwell will have the basketball. It's Brielle Wilson in the backcourt. And Felling as they play a little motion offense up top. Felling open for the long two, no good. And Higdon pulls down the rebound. Good looking shot from Felling as Tabitha Wagner launches a long two, and Felling pulls down the rebound on the other end. That's the first field goal attempt for Tabitha Wagner this evening.
Wow. Definitely expected more from her, although she's only scored 30 points in 8 games so far this year, and she's playing the entire game.
Listed at 6'1", as it appears as though Wabash has gone to a man-to-man defense now. The foul is called on Abby Vinipal. That's her third foul, so the first player in any real foul trouble is Vinipal for Wabash, as Logan Rouse continues to shoot free throws well. She is now 4 of 4 from the line for the evening, make it 5 of 5. And the Lady Knights first on the board here in the second half. Yoakum brings it across the line for Wabash. Now, Norwell's been playing a man-to-man all night long, and it's caused some havoc for the Lady Apaches. Those 15 turnovers in the first half led to a lot of missed opportunities. Norwell took 8 more shots from the field than Wabash did. There's a pass inside, good pass to Higdon. Higdon can't get it to go, and Brielle Wilson pulls down the rebound. She'll advance it across the line to Barger. Barger almost traveled with that ball. The pitch back to her from Felling, and Barger gets to the line, can't score.
Oh, offensive foul.
Well, I think that's going to be the third on Brianne Barger. Yep. That'll also count as a turnover against the Lady Knights with 6:36 left in this third quarter. That's Yoakum up top, being guarded by Wilson, asking for help. She wants Vinipal to come out and set up. Well, I thought she wanted her to set a pick. There's a pass underneath to Higdon. Higdon with the turnaround scores.
They just kind of lulled Norwell to sleep that time defensively, and it resulted in a pretty easy basket.
Knights lead down to 19 as they break the pressure pretty easily. Rouse finds Felling, and that's going to be a blocking foul on Carmen Higdon. It'll be her second. Just a little collision there as Maya Shelton's going to check in. Brianne Barger will take a seat with those 3 fouls. Nice play underneath. Logan Rouse gets free. Logan with her 4th point of the quarter and 16th point on the evening. That's Yoakum with the basketball, being guarded tightly by Wilson. Oh, good pick as she leaves it underneath, but they kick it back outside. Yoakum almost had it stolen away, but Higdon able to corral it, loses the handle. Brielle Wilson heading the other way. She will put up the floater, miss it. Dunnick comes down with the rebound, back up and in.
That's a really strong play from Dunnick. Got to see more of that going forward.
She is just so strong underneath. Did a great job of gathering herself, not rushing the shot. And it results in a 23-point Norwell lead. Yoakum just dribbled it out of bounds. And you kind of get the impression, Derek, that Wabash has lost some of their competitive fire here in this second half.
Well, it's just really hard to recover when you give up everything you try to throw at them on defense. Nothing's working, and Norwell's just not missing any shots, and that really kind of deflates her confidence in the first half.
Felling into the lane. She hits the floater.
And the Knights still aren't missing.
That's 9 now for Kaylee. She had 7 in the first half. And the Knights continue their torrid scoring pace. 4:45 left in this third quarter. And Brielle Wilson comes up with another steal. Wow, I've got Wabash now for 18 turnovers. And Wilson has it stripped in the backcourt. And now she's going to commit a foul. That's kind of a frustration foul.
It's a silly foul. Not a good place to foul her either, because she was needing help by Wabash as she didn't have her dribble with her.
Bales and Kylie Top check in for Norwell. Kylie Stone into the lineup for Wabash. Coach Thornton getting a lot of players in the game tonight as Yoakum is going to be fouled on the floor. I think that's going to go on Bales.
Yep.
That'll be Lauren's first foul. Third on the team here in the second half. Higdon able to corral it into the lane, lost her footing, and turned it over. Rouse tried to get it up to Kylie Top, and the Lady Knights turned it over. Well, a little sloppy here in this mid-third period. 7 turnovers total by the two teams.
Sometimes at the end of a game that's 25 points and it's never been close. Gets a little sloppy towards the end.
Yoakum missed the shot. Rouse pulled down the rebound and bows into the front court. She takes a little contact. Oh, nice back cut there by Rouse. She's going to get bumped and score. Logan just too strong. You're not going to stop her on that play. Carmen Higdon picks up the foul. And Rouse will go back to the line. Olivia Short checks in. Also, Vinipal back into the Wabash lineup. Logan misses this free throw attempt.
First miss of the night.
Short pulled down the defensive rebound. Lady Knights up by 27 with 3.5 minutes left. That's Vinipal, and they're going to call a foul on Aubrey Dunnick.
I'm not sure if she fouled her or not, but you can't swipe at a jump shooter.
Yeah, kind of bumped into her after the shot had actually left her hand. So Abby Vinipal will go to the line. She has not taken a shot of any kind to this point in the game and buries that free throw. That was a good-looking free throw, Derek.
Yeah, Wabash has been really solid from the line. Surprised they only shot 62% coming in. They've looked much better than that.
They're now 9 of 10 from the free throw line on the evening as Dunnick takes a seat. Barger checks back in. Barger has 3 fouls. Vinipal good on both free throws. Norwell's lead down to 25. Wabash continuing some pressure, and Yoakum comes up with another steal. Underneath, it's stolen right back by Logan Rouse. Wow. Some sloppy basketball here in this second half. Top turns the corner and has her shot blocked out of bounds. It'll remain Norwell's ball. 3:13 left in this third quarter. Bales gets it into Rouse. Great hands by Rouse. Assist to Lauren Bales. And Logan just flat out muscled the opposition for that ball, Derek.
Yeah, she did, because it was, she really led the pass. I think Logan might have broke a little bit late on the play. Typically that play works a little earlier in the set.
Great defense there by Brianne Barger to create the turnover. Just excellent body position. Shelton with the floater.
And now the Knights are getting to the rim at will. Haven't shot it a lot from outside here in the third quarter, but not having any trouble getting to the rack.
Well, that might explain why Coach Stone didn't play any man-to-man in the first half.
Well, it really puts you in a tough spot when you can't stop them from outside or inside.
The foul's called. Lauren Bales will pick up her second, and it'll send Bailey Yoakum to the line. Not able to convert that free throw. Knights with their biggest lead of the game. They're up 29 here with 2:32 left in the quarter. Brielle Wilson checks back in, and Logan Rouse will take a seat.
This very well could be the best offensive game that the Knights will play this year.
I've got Logan for 20 points right now, Derek.
Yeah, it's just, and the balance is really good for Norwell tonight as well.
Yoakum 1 of 2 from the free throw line.
Wilson having one of her best games in her career. Without a doubt, her best half.
Bales needs to get across the line. Finally does. That's Wilson being guarded by Stone. Nice play as Shelton's going to draw the foul. Good ball movement by the Knights. Maya just took it down the left side of the lane. Is going to pick up the foul on Olivia Short. That'll be her second. Team's fourth here in the second half. Maya Shelton goes back to the line. She was 1 of 2 in the first half. And nothing but net on that shot. Good-looking shot by the freshman.
Maya's got a pretty-looking shot, especially for a freshman.
And good on both free throws. Now 3 of 4 from the line on the evening. Kaylee Felling's going to check back in, and Shelton will take a seat.
Well, the Knights look to go to 5-2 after this assumed win. And really, it's a really nice bounce back after a couple tough losses at Concordia. And maybe you think you don't expect them to win that game, but they had that game in control, up 10 at the break. And the one before that was the one that really hurts against Northwood. Shot just 8 for 24 from the free throw line. That's a number that's going to haunt them all year long.
Lost by 7.
Yeah, and they've gotten a lot better since then, both from the line and offensively. So it's been definitely a work in progress, and this team is already better than they have been at the start of the season.
Unger and Wagner check back in for Wabash. Under 2 minutes left in this third quarter. As that was Kaylee Felling that picked up her first foul. Just a little bump out on the floor. Enough to knock Yoakum to the floor, though. As Yoakum finds that's Unger with the basketball. I'll tell you, the ponytails. It was a lot easier calling these games when girls had short hair, Derek. And a foul's going to be called. That might go on Brianne Barger. If it does, it'll be her 4th.
That's a tough call.
Yeah, not a lot of contact there.
No, I thought Norwell was going to. Actually, the foul call came after Norwell had already broken up the pass. So, in any case, it'll give Wabash free throws as they're in the bonus and shooting the rest of the way.
Tabitha Wagner will go to the line as Maya Shelton checks back in for Brianne Barger. Well, Brianne just hasn't seen a whole lot of action this evening, in foul trouble from the get-go. As Wagner good on the first. The girls back in action on Friday evening. Derek will have that one for you. Wagner now 4 for 4 from the free throw line. That game is at Columbia City. And
always a
fun place to broadcast. No doubt about it. That's going to be a foul on Bailey Yoakum. That'll be her 3rd.
Wow.
Kind of a silly foul there.
Yeah, it was. And talking about that game at Columbia City, despite Columbia City with a 2-7 record on the season, they give Norwell everything they've got every single year. Amy Shearer always has her kids ready, but she has still not had a win against Norwell in her career.
Is that right?
Still,
I did not realize
that's
that.
right. And the last 3 consecutive years, Norwell's been their last game in the tournament.
Norwell really working on ball movement here. A minute left. They've had this possession for quite a while.
Yeah, this is the time to work on it, too.
Felling, nice pass underneath. Kylie Top will score. Kaylee Felling, nice pass, excellent ball movement. Abby Vinipal picks up her 4th foul. And just a wonderful offensive set there from the Knights. Vinipal will take a seat, and she is replaced by Kylie Stone, who re-enters. Kylie misses the free throw.
Offensive board, though.
Yeah, that was Brielle Wilson that pulled it down.
Yeah, that just kind of shows their multi-pronged attack. Talking about Norwell's offense, they can really push the pace. They can score in transition, or they can bleed you out on a possession and score under the basket.
Yeah, that's just evidence of a really well-coached team. You got to have the talent to execute it, obviously. But, hey, these Knights are a young squad, many times with 3 freshmen on the floor. In fact, that is the case right now with Bale, Shelton, and Felling. Of course, Brielle Wilson is out there as well, along with Kylie Top. But overall, a very young crew as Kylie dives on the floor to retain possession. That's one thing you always get from Kylie Top. That's 100% effort.
Looking for the last shot. Just 4 to shoot.
Wilson will launch a long 3. No good. The rebound pulled down by Olivia Short.
.2 left in the quarter.
That ball actually hit the strap. Oh, they called a foul.
They called a foul. Yeah, there's no strap ananymore with the new baskets.
That's right.
And they called a foul. I think it went on filling. Yeah.
Yep. Her second.
Yeah,
team's 8th.
She made contact going up for the rebound.
I did not see that contact.
Yeah, she was getting boxed out. It was definitely over the back.
Well, Olivia Short will hit the first free throw. That gives her 3 points on the evening. The Knights lead back under 30.
Now, this has been a fun one to watch from the perspective of a Norwell fan.
This will be the first quarter that the Knights will not have scored 20 points this evening. They'll end up with just 18. That will end the third quarter here at the Castle. Your Lady Knights lead Wabash 64-36. We'll take a break and be back after these words from our sponsors.
Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric strives to be your total service provider. Their licensed technicians can handle all of your electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling needs, and now offers duct cleaning. No job is too small or too large for their service professionals. From electrical repairs, water heater replacements, sewer and drain cleaning, well repair, and remodel jobs. Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric, located behind Lowe's on Commerce Drive in Bluffton, 888-824-3332. That's 824-3332.
Welcome back to the Castle. Norwell leading 64-36 as we enter the fourth quarter of play. This game has never been close. The Knights got out to a hot start on offense, shooting really well from the field, and they continued that pace, slowing it down a little bit, but the shooting percentage is still up there pretty high for the Lady Knights through three quarters.
Yeah, 23 of 39 from the field overall. 7 of 11 now from beyond the arc.
Yeah, see, here's the key, though. They only took 1-3 in that third quarter, and it came right at the end. Wilson missed, so all their points came under the basket.
The Knights also 11 of 15 from the free throw line. However, not as good as the Lady Apaches. They're 15 of 17 from the free throw line tonight, and they will have the ball to start this fourth quarter. It's immediately stolen away by Wilson, but she turns it over.
Yeah, and it's almost half of their points here tonight for the Lady Apaches from the line.
Yeah, 15 of 36. 9 of 24 from the field are the Apaches from Wabash. And that's stolen away. Kylie Top loses it, but Brielle Wilson there to clean up. And we'll go ahead and give Brielle that basket. She's well into double figures. That miss by Yoakum is going to be out of bounds.
Yoakum has forced some shots tonight for Wabash.
Yeah, she has. She's just 3 of 13 from the field.
Wow.
I believe 12, 3 of 12. As Wilson is called for a travel.
It's actually filling.
Oh, filling, I'm sorry. I looked down as I heard the whistle.
Well, Norwell
trying to keep score and talking at the same time, as you know, Derek, can be a challenge.
I know it's definitely not easy, but we're going to try to do it on Friday. But anyway, talk about this Norwell team. It is not a particularly deep team in the sense that there's kids that ride the bench all the time. It's a very deep team in kids that play all the time, as Dunnock scores in transition. But kind of when you get to a blowout type game, which Norwell doesn't have a ton of, you kind of say, well, why don't you have your kids off the floor right now? Why don't you have some subs in? That's because everybody plays all the time.
That's right. Norwell truly has at least an 8-player rotation, although there are subs coming in again here. Haley Filling takes it to the rim, and this is becoming a real laugher. Norwell now up 34 points with just under 6.5 minutes left.
Well, and don't fool yourself. This Lady Apaches team's going to win some games this year, but they just really had no chance with Norwell shooting the pace that they were at tonight, and it's tough to come on the road at the Castle and win.
Yeah, and I understand they would have beaten Tip Valley the other night had they not gotten in foul trouble late. The long up court pass to Wilson, and Wilson continues to add to her scoring total. She's now got 21.
Yeah, if you're with us during the Billy Ann Supper Pub pregame show, it was an overtime loss. And Tippy Valley's a very solid club. They put out a great team, Chris Kindig and his club, every single year. It's a very tough team, and it's really good to see Wabash compete with them. And they kept it at a lower scoring pace, so that, I think, played a big factor because as Norwell was able to get in transition, they scored and just kind of ran out Wabash out of the gym.
It's going to be a foul on Logan Rouse. I've got it as her first. Shelton and Bales check back in for the Knights. Olivia Short for Wabash. Yeah, I mean, when you look at this spread or this score sheet, Derek, 9 players have been in the lineup for the Knights tonight. That was a missed free throw. Who missed that free throw, Derek? I'm sorry.
It's number 4.
Carmen Higdon missed the front end of the 1-and-1. Bales leaves it for Shelton. Shelton being guarded by Higdon. And Bales will get to the rack and be fouled. The Knights just playing a step or two faster than Wabash at this point.
Yep, they have all night. And it continues now. They've got them doubled up here in the fourth quarter with 5:06 to go. And Bales will get a chance from the line. Hasn't had a lot of attempts this year.
Gets the first one to drop. Olivia Short picked up her third foul. 7 on the team. And Bales looked really good on both those free throws.
Coming in, definitely did not anticipate this kind of game. Thought this would be a lot closer of a game. And I kind of wrote off the 18-point margin of victory projected by the computer, but it turns out to be a lot more than that.
Yeah. Well, the Knights have shot it extremely well tonight, and their shots have actually gotten easier here in the fourth quarter. They're 4 of 4 from the field.
Yeah.
2 of 2 from the line. They've not missed a shot of any kind yet here in the fourth quarter, and we've got under 5 minutes to go. Nice steal there by Yoakum. She'll head the other way and score. Excellent defense by Bailey Yoakum. She's not hit a high percentage tonight, but she's got 9 points. Top turns the corner and scores.
Well, that hung on the rim for a long time, but nice to see Top slice through the defense and go to the rim for the second time tonight.
Kylie now with 4 points, all in the second half. Lady Knights with a really good opportunity to exceed 80 points. I can't think of the last time they scored 80 points. Pass inside to Wagner, almost picked off. It'll remain Wabash ball. Brianne Barger will check back in for the Lady Knights.
Now, the last time they did it to Wayne last year. And the time before that, they did it over Christmas break against Southside. But they've only broken the 90-point threshold once or twice, and they're probably not going to get there tonight unless something crazy happens. But yeah, they're in one of their best performances in all time here for the Lady Knights.
That was Kylie Top that pulled down the miss by Wagner, and Shelton lost the basketball out top. It will not be a turnover as Norwell will retain possession on the jump ball.
And assuming Norwell keeps the three-point shooting down, this is going to be one of their best percentages with 10-plus attempts in a game in all time again.
Yeah, and they've only taken 1 in the second half, as there's another turnover on the Knights. Quickly the other way is Yoakum, can't get it to go, and Barger pulled down the rebound.
Yeah, and I'm guessing Coach Thornton probably mentioned that at halftime, that you probably want to look for a layup here in the second half.
Yeah, they have really worked the basketball, and Felling's going to be fouled on the drive.
This will be a 1-and-1.
Carmen Higdon picks up her 4th.
And Coach Stone is going to clear the bench here.
Well, several of those players have been on the floor. Kylie Stone, Maya Bench enters for the first time, as does Madison Wyatt.
Wyatt played a significant number of minutes in the JV contest.
Venepaula Starter is back in there. Kaylee Felling will go to the line and hit her first one. I've got Kaylee in double figures now with 12. Good-looking freshman has earned her way into the starting lineup now with 13 points, and the Knights up by 40. They've made it look easy tonight, Derek, as Maya Shelton is going to pick up her first foul. Just a little aggressive defensively there. That'll send Madison Wyatt to the line to shoot 2 as the Lady Apaches now in the double bonus. You know, Coach Thornton doesn't have anybody to clear his bench with.
Exactly.
Haley Henshin is the only bench player left for him, and I'm sure she may very well get in there shortly.
And she's already been in. She was in the second quarter.
Yeah, for a pretty significant amount of time. It's a regular 8-person rotation for Coach Thornton, for the most part.
Yep. And that has increased over the last couple of games. And Coach Thornton mentioned that before the game at Hoosier Gym on Friday. He said his coaching staff has to do a better job of rotating subs in after 2 straight losses, and they've done a much better job in the last 2 games.
Yeah, they subbed a lot on Friday night as well. Nice pass into Wyatt. She lost the handle, and Barger ends up with it. That's another turnover on the Lady Apaches. I've got them for 31 on the evening. Or excuse me, 25 on the evening. That's going to be an offensive foul?
I have no idea how he came up with that one.
Kylie Top picks up her second foul. Not quite sure what that was.
That was pretty comical because she hit the deck. So I don't know. Coach Thornton just kind of shaking his head at that one.
Yeah, it'll be the 5th turnover of the quarter on the Lady Knights. 17 overall. That's a big number for a Coach Thornton coach team. Inside, trying to force it up was Maya Bench. Kylie Top came up with the rebound on the partially blocked shot. Shelton turns the corner, finds Barger wide open underneath. Boy, good floor vision there by the freshman, and Barger with just her 4th point of the evening. She's been in foul trouble all night long. Under 2 minutes to go. The pass underneath, that's Stone. She gives it up to Vinipal. Lady Knights have gone start to finish with a man-to-man defense. They played a lot of that this year. Haven't trapped maybe as much as what you might think, and Madison Wyatt will go back to the free throw line after pulling down the offensive rebound.
That might change a little bit when teams present more size and once we get into conference play. And also, if they're down in a game, you got to try to trap, and the trap's very effective. So we'll see if that changes as the season wears on.
Kylie Top picks up her 3rd foul as Madison Wyatt back to the line. Yeah, that's a good point. The trap tonight would have not really been real fair to Wabash as Top pulls down. Boy, she has pulled down 3 rebounds here in the 4th quarter. Kylie, the first few games of the year, was a starter, but she's played a big role off the bench here the last few games. She'll knife to the rim and score again. Kylie with 6 points all in the second half. Knights now with 84 as we tick under a minute. That's Stone. Ball was batted out of bounds by Lauren Bales. It'll remain Wabash basketball. Vinipal will inbound for the Lady Apaches. She zips it right into Madison Wyatt's face. Wyatt turns, can't score, and Maya Shelton pulls down the rebound. Boy, that was a heck of a pass. I don't know. Wyatt really didn't have much of a chance to hang on to it, but able to get a shot off.
There was some velocity behind that pass.
There was, from about 5 feet. That's just a careless pass there by the Lady Knights. Vinipal tries to take it to the rim, loses it, and that'll be another turnover on the Lady Apaches.
And
Under 30 seconds to go.
Probably not going to look to score again here.
No, I wouldn't think so. Lauren Bales up top, being guarded relatively closely. Kaylee Felling now with the basketball. 16 seconds left. Well, Vinipal's not guarding Kaylee Felling within 5 feet. There's a count with 6 seconds. Kaylee looking for help now. Is going to hang on to the basketball. The buzzer will sound, and that will end it. The Lady Knights score 20 or more in 3 of the 4 quarters this evening. They held Wabash to 3 points in that 4th quarter, Derek. We will take a break and be back with your post-game show after these words from our sponsors.
At Pizza Hut, our original pan dough rises fresh every day, making it crispy on the outside, soft and chewy on the inside. And now you can get our original pan as part of the $6.99 any deal. That's 2 medium pizzas with any toppings, any crust, any specialty for just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
Get the $6.99 any deal at your local Pizza Hut on North Main Street in Bluffton.
Every team knows that the three-point play can be a winning move. That's why State Farm and me, Kevin Beatty, and my team are here to help you go for 3 by combining your home, auto, and life insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score savings by combining your home, auto, and life. It's just another way we're here to help things go right. So call me, State Farm agent Kevin Beatty, at 824-1928 or in Bern at 589-2077.
I'm Dr. Josh Bell from Corrective Chiropractic in Bluffton. My goal with chiropractic treatment is to make you feel and function better by providing neurostructural corrections to help put your spine back into alignment, to strengthen your nerve system, and to relieve nerve pain. We strive to help you heal and stay healthy for years to come. Our full-service chiropractic team in Bluffton provides corrective exercises, lifestyle advice, along with spinal and postural screenings. We're also providers of custom rapid weight loss programs. Lose weight fast now, 20, 30, 40 pounds, with a doctor-supervised weight loss system. To learn more or schedule an appointment, call Corrective Chiropractic today at 260-353-1400. Serving Bluffton, Yoder, Decatur, Bern, Montpelier, and the surrounding area. Corrective Chiropractic, 360 North Main Street, Suite A, Dutch Mill Plaza, Bluffton, Indiana.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Troxel Equipment Company, a family-owned business, is dedicated to making you a satisfied customer with the best possible equipment, parts, and service. 3 locations in Bluffton, Huntington, and Wabash. You can find a full line of John Deere equipment, mowers and generators from Honda, blowers and chainsaws by Steel. Experience superior service and selection at Troxel Equipment, your solutions dealer. Find them online at troxelequipment.com.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs, and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Yeah, welcome back to the Castle for the final time this evening. Norwell, a 84-39 victor here this evening, their biggest margin of victory since the Wayne game. And Norwell, looking back through some statistics over the past several years, they're averaging about 180-point performance a year, with their most recent coming in that Wayne game to lead off last season. But the big number for them is the 90-point threshold, which they've only crossed twice, at least as far as Harrell's statistics go back to the turn of the century. So ever since 2000, we have crossed the 90-point mark twice, but not getting there tonight, but almost kept pace. I'm actually surprised they got to 84 points because it's hard to keep a 46-point pace per half, and they did almost that here this evening.
Yeah, they did, and just an excellent performance. As you mentioned, Derek, they were favored by 18, and you were not expecting that kind of result.
No, I wasn't. I thought Wabash would come in, and, well, frankly, I thought Wabash would slow the pace down more. But the problem was, whether they wanted to or not, they turned it over way too much. And they were live ball turnovers. They allowed Norwell to get out and run early, and it set the pace. And Wabash never had a chance to recover. And then on top of that, Norwell just couldn't miss from the field, especially in the first half. And they just didn't give Wabash any chance to recover after a hot start from the Knights.
Yeah, they really just an excellent performance all the way around from the ladies this evening. Statistically, we'll start with Wabash. As a team, they were 10 of 33% from the floor for 30%. 3 of 4 from beyond the arc, so very good from beyond the arc, 75%. From the free throw line, tailed off in that fourth quarter, ended up 16 of 22 for 73%. Only gathered up 10 rebounds and committed 26 turnovers in this one. That's too many turnovers. The only player in double figures for Wabash was Carmen Higdon. She had 14 on a 4 of 9 shooting, hit a couple of three-pointers, and was 3 of 4 from the free throw line. She also pulled down a couple of rebounds. Next was Bailey Yoakum with 9, had a couple of rebounds and an assist. Hope Unger ended up with 5 all in the first half, also collected a rebound. Tabitha Wagner and Olivia Short with 4 apiece. And then Madison Wyatt added a free throw for the Lady Apaches. Quickly, before we talk to Coach Thornton here, who's just joined us, we'll run through the Norwell stats and we'll see how close we are. We had Norwell 31 of 47 from the field. That's 64%. 7 of 11 from beyond the arc, again 64%, and 15 of 19 from the free throw line. That's 79%. We had Norwell with 27 rebounds and 18 turnovers on the evening. That's probably a number that Coach Thornton thought would like to see a little bit lower, but for a 40-point game, can't be too upset about it. 3 players in double figures for the Knights this evening. Brielle Wilson led the way with 21. Logan Rouse right behind her with 20. Kaylee Felling, first time in double figures, I believe, for the freshman. She had 13. Just balanced scoring all over the place here. Aubrey Dunnick with 8. Maya Shelton with 7. Kylie Top got 6 all in the second half. And then Lauren Bales with 5 and Brianne Barger with 4. And, Coach, you have got to be happy with the way your girls shot the ball tonight.
We did. We really shot it well, and that always makes things maybe look a little bit better than what they are. You referred to the turnovers. You know, there's always something that you're looking at to have that edge. You know, we get one day to get ready to go on the road to Columbia City, and so we talked about that in the locker room. But I'm really proud. I think the chemistry shows in our shot, the quality of our shots. The quality of our shots were good tonight, whether it was the zone or against man. This team enjoys moving the ball. They move it well for the most part, and they're looking for our shot. That's a big thing for us. I think our chemistry shows out there in the way that we share the ball offensively and the quality of shots that we're trying to get for each other.
Well, and that really showed in the second half. Just 1 3-point attempt in the second half is what we had, and still able to put up 38 points.
Yeah, I think that was at the end of the third quarter, too, where we just kind of had to get one off.
Right.
But, we were a little foul trouble there with a 5, so we had Maya in the 5 spot for a little time, and Kylie was running the baseline on offense for the first time. She had never played the baseline spot. So start of the fourth quarter, she's asking questions about it, and I said, don't worry about it anymore. You don't have to do it this quarter. But, it's a fun group to coach. And I just told them, I heard Jack Edison say one time, your chemistry is determined by players 7, 8, and 9. And I told our players that in the locker room, and they're looking around going, well, nobody has the uniform number 7, 8, and 9. And so I had to explain it to them and go, no, that's the kids coming off the bench, our depth chart. And if our chemistry continues to be something that kids accept, and all these kids are used to starting and playing a lot, and sometimes it's not always that way when you're coming off the bench. But you can tell that, number 7, 8, and 9 matter on our team. And that's fun to see, and it's fun to see them be ready. I think we're getting better at some things. Our free throw shooting, you can see the confidence there.
Huge difference.
We've worked on it a lot, and I actually have taken pressure off of them in practice. It's been more repetition rather than pressure. Let's just back off the pressure. Now, we do have pressure at the end of every practice with free throws, but it's been more, let's just get some repetition and watch the ball go through the basket. And then at the end, now, we're going to run if you don't make some shots here. It's been good for our kids to see the ball go through and then take it into games and gain some confidence there. It's a totally different feeling than it was a week or two ago. So proud of our team. We're really working hard at the defensive end on some things, and I think that shows in the game too.
Yeah, I had you're creating 26 turnovers tonight. I don't know if that's the official number, but it was a lot.
Yeah, it's all buy-in on the players. The players, these girls are incredible. They're as fun to be around in practice and to coach, and they're very businesslike in practice. They want to win. They want to learn. As a coach, you couldn't really ask for any more than this, and I hope they continue to be that way, because if they do, they're going to continue to get better.
They're an awful lot of fun to watch, Coach. And of course, you mentioned heading to Columbia City on Friday evening. They have not had much success against you, but what do you expect to see from the Eagles this year?
Well, it's a very strong sophomore class. They have really owned pretty much everybody in the area with that class, and they've got really good sophomores, and they're trying to win with sophomores. They've got a couple other kids, but that sophomore class is very talented for them, and a lot of respect for Amy and their staff, and those sophomores are good. And they're going to continue to get better. They've played a tough schedule at the beginning. They dropped a tough one against Leo the other day. It was a game that they probably felt like they either could or should have won, obviously. But they're right there. They're not a 2-7 team, and so they're hard nosed. We'll see a lot of tough man-to-man and good motion offense, and we'll have to be ready. I want to see where we're at on Friday in a true road game in the conference, and see how we handle it, but we will have to play well to beat them.
Well, Coach, thanks so much for joining us this evening. I know you got some other folks waiting on you too, but we appreciate you taking the time.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Appreciate it, Eric.
We'll see you.
Head Coach Eric Thornton taking some time with us here during the post-game show. A couple of statistics that I didn't get to mention running through them there with Eric, but just some outstanding individual performances tonight. Brielle Wilson, 7 of 11 from the field, 5 of 7 from beyond the arc. Logan Rouse, 7 of 10 from the field, 6 of 7 from the free throw line. Also, Kaylee Felling having her best night as a varsity basketball player tonight. 5 of 8 from the field, 1 of 1 from beyond the arc, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line.
Yeah, the Knights just shot it really well, and when you're able to do that, you're not going to get beat by hardly anybody. You can keep pace with anybody, which is why I think this is a telling game in that they can show the ability to get out and run again, and that's really important against some teams, especially a team like Homestead that's going to come in next week. The Spartans are going to push the basketball. They're going to run. So Norwell's got to be ready for that, and defensively it's going to be a really big challenge, I think, for the Lady Knights, and to try to stop them at some point. So Norwell has not been close to Homestead in a couple of years. Of course, the Spartans have just been ridiculously good.
Yes,
and not quite as good, but certainly still the best in the Fort Wayne area until proven otherwise. So they're going to have a test there, but certainly cannot overlook a Columbia City team that Coach Thornton mentioned with just a 2-7 record, but they feel like they're better than that, and I'm sure they are. Every single year they come in, they're very hard-nosed. They're a gritty basketball team. They always give Norwell their best. And I don't recall, I was looking through some statistics the other day and some history between those two teams. Norwell has not beaten Columbia City by more than 12 points in a number of years. Yeah. So we can probably expect a close game no matter what the spread is in the computer.
Well, Derek, you're on your own for that one. I apologize, but a work Christmas party calls me to Carmel, Indiana on Friday night. So good luck at Columbia City. We do have one other order of business, and that is to name a player of the game, and I'll let you have first crack at it this evening.
For me, it's Claire Cutt and it's Brielle Wilson. Yeah. She had a tremendous first half, 17 points, 5 of 6 from the three-point line in the first half. And probably a career half, definitely a career-type game for her. Mm-hmm. That's the best half of basketball I've seen her play. Just filling it up from outside, had no trouble at all, so my pick is Brielle Wilson.
Yeah, I got to go with that. No doubt that she had an outstanding basketball game tonight, certainly earning player of the game honors. Also want to mention Logan Rouse, consistently excellent for this team with 20 points, and Kaylee Felling. Mm-hmm. Really stepped up with a really solid basketball game for the Knights. But the coach talked about it. Players 7, 8, and 9 all contributing. The lowest point total of those players that were on the floor for the most significant amounts of time was 4, and that was Brianne Barger, who had a big night on Friday night. So you see those kind of trade-offs. I thought Kylie Topp really stepped up, had a nice game tonight as well with her 6 all in the second half. So a really nice, balanced effort by the Lady Knights here in a 45-point win against a Wabash team that was better than they showed tonight.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They'll win some games, so I have no doubt believe in that. So we really appreciate you joining us here this evening, and
we'll try to find the out-go here.
Yeah, you'll have to clear it, but...
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
Keep talking.
Okay. Well,
keep talking. Then
apparently, I got
to clear my list.
I always get the job of closing us out. So it's,
well, you close it out better than I do.
It's the same thing every time. It's not like it's original.
Yeah, people like hearing it though.
Well, yeah, you're gonna have to skip. You have to go ahead and go to the next.
That.
Nope.
And that's the wrong one. How about that?
How about that?
There we go.
So, for the final score one more time, it's Norwell 84, Wabash 39. For Greg Van Meter, this is Derek Decker saying so long from the castle, and God bless.
We hope you enjoyed this high school sports broadcast on the Voice Sports Network. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
The preceding production is property of Voice Enterprises, and all rights are reserved worldwide. Thank you for listening to this production of Voice Enterprises, taking media in a new direction.